Hi, I'm Peter Morris. Some of you may know me from my involvement with the off-Broadway shows Whoop-de-Doo and Shout, the Mod Musical. Others may know me as their middle school English teacher. I've loved theater ever since I was a little kid, which is why I'm so concerned about the effect the pandemic is having on Broadway. Now, this is not the first time that a tragedy like this has befallen the theater. In Shakespeare's era, they used to close the theaters down periodically for plagues, but certainly this is the first time it's ever happened in any of our lifetimes. But just like in Shakespeare's day, the theaters will reopen again and be filled with shows that are bigger and better than anyone could imagine. So, what exactly does the theater have in store for us? Hollywood stars in plays and musicals have always been a big draw on Broadway, so rest assured that when the theater reopens again, there'll be plenty of them heading east to tread the boards. Some of them have no other choice. Kevin Sorbo and Dean Cain were once big Hollywood stars, but they fell out of favor in Hollywood when it was discovered they were staunch supporters of Donald Trump. Still, every cloud has its silver lining, and it turned out there was a Trump supporter who had written a play that was just perfect for these two actors. Although Kellyanne Conway has never written a play for Broadway before, we all know that she's quite the storyteller. She's now put all that imagination and creativity into a wonderful new play entitled Brothers Trump. The show will co-star Kid Rock and be directed by Jon Voight. It's going to be the first all-MAGA production of the post-pandemic era on Broadway. Very exciting. There is no greater Hollywood star than Tyler Perry. His Medea movies have made him a legend. Now, it would be newsworthy enough that he's coming to Broadway, but the fact that he's coming in not one show, but two that will be presented in repertory is historic. For this ambitious venture, Mr. Perry has assembled a troupe of the finest actors of color in the country. Tracy Morgan, Kevin Hart, Leslie Jones, Awkwafina. This incredibly talented troupe of thespians will perform two shows in repertory, starting with the classic Oscar Wilde comedy, The Importance of Being Earnest. I'd venture to say Broadway has never seen a cast like this for a British comedy of manners. The Importance of Being Earnest will be performed in rotation with everybody's favorite musical comedy, Hello, Dolly. Now, is this perfect casting or what? I don't even care if any of them can sing. Rest assured that the leads in the new Michael John LaChiusa musical can all sing, and sing pretty darn well. Idina Menzel, Andy Karl, Jeremy Jordan will all be in George C. Wolfe's production of Quarantine. Now, I'm sure you're all probably thinking what I first thought, which is that the show seems terribly exploitative and that it's just going to try to make a buck off the pandemic. But I'm assured by the creators that they have been working on this adaptation of the gory horror film for years. One show I'm really looking forward to when all this social distancing comes to an end is the revival of the musical The Devil Made Me Do It. This pop-rock adaptation of The Exorcist closed in less than a week back in 1978, but I second acted it one weekend when I was home from college. I thought it was kind of intriguing. Well, that about wraps things up for this edition of the Broadway Update. Hopefully this pandemic will come to an end soon and we can all get back to going to the theater. Well, you can. I can't sit in those small seats. They're just too uncomfortable.